Chapter 2. Several days later, after he had come back to Capharnaum, the news was reported around that he was at home. As a result, many people were gathered together so that there was no longer room, not even near the door. With all that, he kept on teaching the message to them. Then they came bringing to him a crippled man carried by 4 men. Being unable to come near him because of the crowd, they removed the roof from above him. After they had dug an opening, they lowered down the cot upon which the crippled man was lying. Moreover, seeing their faith, Yeshua said to the crippled man, "Son, your sins are forgiven." But some of the scribes were sitting there and thinking in their hearts, "Why does this man speak like that? He is blaspheming. Who can forgive sins but God alone?" Immediately Yeshua, aware in his spirit what they were thinking within themselves, said to them, "Why are you reasoning about these things in your hearts? What is easier to say to the crippled man, 'Your sins are forgiven,' or to say, 'Stand up, pick up your cot, and walk'? However, so that you may know that the Son of Man has authority on earth to forgive sins," he said to the crippled man, "I tell you, stand up, pick up your coat, and go home." So he stood up, immediately picked up the coat, and went out in the sight of everyone. At that they were all filled with amazement and were glorifying God, saying, "We have never seen anything like this." Then he went out again by the shore of the lake. All the people kept coming to him, and he was teaching them. As he passed by, he saw Levi, the son of Haphi, sitting at the tax office. He said to him, "Follow me." So he arose and followed him. Then it happened that as he was reclining at a dinner table in his house, many tax collectors and sinners were dining with Yeshua and his disciples, because there were many of them who were now following him. When the scribes and the spiritual leaders saw that he was eating with the sinners and tax collectors, they asked his disciples, "Why is he eating and drinking with tax collectors and sinners?" Upon hearing this, Yeshua said to them, "It is not those who are healthy that need a doctor, but those who are sick. I did not come to call the righteous, but sinners." Johannan's disciples and also the disciples of the spiritual leaders were fasting. Some people came and asked him, "Why do Johannan's disciples and the disciples of the spiritual leaders fast, but your disciples do not fast?" So Yeshua answered them, "Can the guests of the bridegroom fast while the bridegroom is with them? So long as they have the bridegroom with them, they cannot fast. But the days are coming when the bridegroom is taken away from them, and then they will fast in that day. No one sews a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment. Otherwise, the patch tears away from it, the new from the old, and a worse tear is made. No one pours new wine into old wineskins. Otherwise, the wineskins will burst, and the wine is lost, and so are the skins. New wine needs fresh wineskins." On the Shabbat day, it happened that he was going through the wheat field when his disciples began picking the heads of grain as they walked along. The spiritual leaders were saying to him, "Look, why are they doing what is forbidden on the Shabbat day?" Then he said to them, "Have you never read what David did when he was in need and was hungry, he and his companions? He entered the house of God at the time Ivata was the high priest, and ate the bread of the presence, which was forbidden for anyone to eat except the priests. Moreover, he even gave it to those who were with him." Yeshua said to them, "The Shabbat day was created for the benefit of the human being, and the human being was not created for Shabbat. Therefore, the human being is master over the Shabbat day.